Hi, Lisa with Iceland Adventures, and I'm back with Sue Gibbons. All right, and we've been answering a few questions that we get a lot. Sue's been on several tours and quite experienced Iceland rider now. Sue and I both have Icelandic horses in the U.S., but that is not a requirement in order to enjoy your ride.
Definitely not.
Yes, and on some of the previous videos, and you can go back and watch, we've talked about how to pick a tour and physically what's going to be expected of you and how you can get yourself physically ready to ride a tour. But maybe let's talk about maybe mentally and some things like how can you prepare yourself to really enjoy a ride. And you know, it's kind of an adventure ride, so sometimes it's going to be exciting and sometimes things may happen that you're not really used to or accustomed to.
I think that it's important that people go to Iceland in general, but especially to ride, with a very flexible kind of can-do attitude about the whole thing. You need confidence in your guides that they know what they're doing, which they absolutely do. The willingness to ask questions if you're not sure what to do, because somebody will always tell you. And maybe the knowledge that you really are also expected to be as independent as you can be. You're going to tack up your own horse. You're going to tell somebody if something seems to be wrong with your horse, or your horse has lost a shoe or doesn't seem to be moving properly. You're going to, I said trust already, but I think trust is really important. I think I like to ride fairly fast. The Icelanders ride like the wind, and their horses are incredibly athletic and incredibly capable of moving quickly over rough terrain.
And one thing I want to put in right there is Yanni Paul and his staff are incredible.
Oh, they're amazing.
We keep using incredible, but really talented at picking the right horse for you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're going to ride several horses, maybe 2 or 3 horses a day.
Yep.
And each time they're going to give you a better and better match horse for you.
As they get to know you. And you can also ask for things, you know, if you've been riding a horse that you didn't match with terribly well for some reason, then you need to tell your guides what was frustrating for you, and they'll help you and maybe choose a slightly different animal for you the next time. But you will ride a whole bunch of horses. You don't stick with the same one. I think also you want to expect to meet a lot of different people and get along with a lot of different people. If you're traveling as an American, I've been on tours that there were only maybe 2 Americans and everybody else was European. And you want to be flexible about not sort of just staying with your little group or worrying that you won't fit in with the rest of the group. I think you just want to be friendly and not reclusive at all, and expect that people will include you if you're just friendly and address yourself to them. Say, hi, here I am. You know, I'm from Rhode Island. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Denmark. And then I have seen a few people over the years on tours who seem to stay to themselves more. And it's not a disaster, but it always makes me think maybe they're not getting the full enjoyment out of the experience to do that.
So I remember the first time I went, I was a little nervous, like, hey, I'm going to a new country. There's going to be people there that I don't know. So one thing that I do, if you contact me, is I try to have like a Facebook group or social media group with only the people that's going to be on your tour and on your day. So maybe you can meet each other a little bit.
A little bit ahead of time. Yep.
So if you're interested in meeting people, you can join that.
Yep.
And you can get to know it. And the other thing I like to tell people, and I know you're going to agree with this, is we're all horse people.
Right.
So you get there and you all of a sudden have this common bond.
You have a lot in common with people who are going to ride this ride already.
Yes.
So you can talk about the horses and talk about Iceland, and there is a common thread for everybody from the beginning, which is really helpful. And remember, if you're concerned about language, everybody in Iceland puts the rest of us to shame because they all speak English. And
very well. They
and
speak it,
nearly
yes.
all the Europeans who ride in Iceland speak their own language, 3 others, and English.
And English, yes.
And of course, I speak English, which is sort of embarrassing.
Yeah,
but
so that's
I'm able
it,
to
yes.
use my English and not feel worried that people won't understand me.
Yes. Yeah, so you're not going to feel left out. You're not going to feel excluded.
No.
I have a lot of people that come as just a single traveler.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know anybody before they get there, and they go home with
friends.
with lots of friends from other countries. They've learned other cultures, and they've enjoyed these amazing horses. So
now that said, suppose you're a single traveler who really likes to stay a little bit more on your own. You're going to have to ride with the group, but you're not going to be forced to do things with the group either. So if you really like quiet time in your own room at night, you could take it after dinner and ride and interact with people on a slightly, you don't have to become best friends with all these people. You can if you want to, but you don't have to either, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're not bombarded to come join everything.
Yeah, people will respect what you want to do.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, don't be worried about if you're going to get along. Don't be worried about if you can't pick the right trip. I've got a lot of the answers for you, and if I don't have the answers, I know somebody who can find them for me. So don't hesitate, get in touch with me. Always Google ridingiceland.is to get information and join more of these videos for Iceland Adventures to learn more helpful hemp.
Yeah, and I'm unofficial, but I live in the Northeast. Lisa's in Florida, so if you're up in my area and you've got somebody you want to talk to about these tours, I'm happy to talk to you too.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, Sue.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.